Welcome to Transmissions, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers. On this episode, the Transformers merchandising machine takes over game controllers and necklaces. Dr. Wu and Newage continue to corner the third-party tiny TF market, and more dead Autobots from the 86 movie get their own morbid toys. Today is Wednesday, May 29th, 2024, and this is episode 592 of Transmissions.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that is paging all doctors to the recording studio. All doctors to the recording studio. I'm your host, Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team, which is Scott, the illustrious Dr. Pants.
Hello, everyone. Let's talk Transformers.
All right.
Do I have to be Daryl and Jeremy tonight? Do I have to do all the things they normally do? I've already failed. I don't have a soda to open or anything. I'm terrible at this.
I think I've got Jeremy mostly covered, I hope. But yeah, I mean, if you can bring the Daryl energy, that'd be helpful.
I could try.
Yeah, so it's Memorial Day weekend. We're the only ones who showed up for work, so...
Isn't this a holiday weekend? What are they doing?
They're on holiday. So I think actually Daryl he's actually on a job, a real job. So but Jeremy's definitely on holiday.
Oh well, that's good. He needs some time, some R&R.
Yeah.
This is my R&R.
But yeah, I appreciate you, Dr. Pants, coming on, helping us out. We, for whatever reason, it didn't click in my brain that I was going to be alone this week. But thankfully, even despite computer issues on your side, we still made it work. So,
I think the universe doesn't want me to do this because it seems like my computer dies, or I'm lost at sea, or I'm apparently in prison. Like, but I'm here. I made it. I made it work. Keep strong, little Chromebook. You've got this.
All right. Well, as always, we start off the show by thanking our Donatreons. Those lovely people who support us on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you all so much for continuing to help us out and keep the show going. It's your contributions that really help us keep the lights on and pay those hosting fees. Let us do crazy things like commissioning our own custom cover for a comic book. All these things that those Patreon dollars really help support us. So if you are not a Patreon and would like to become one, or I should say Donatreon, you would like to become one, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support, and that's where you can sign up and help us out. So, Dr. Pants, I think you're still on the Patreon, even though you're a guest host, but we appreciate it.
Listen, if you don't want my money anymore, I'll stop.
No, I did not say that. Did not say that. I did not say that. I'm just saying I am very appreciative.
No, there's no problem. There's no problem. I think I only support two people, and it's you guys, and it's you.
Well, a spoiler for the rest of the show. We got to talk about that. All right. Of course, being a Donatron, you do get some access to some perks. That includes our bonus show, We Like Big Bots. That is hosted by Dr. Pants. He's paying for the content that he creates on our Patreon.
I haven't even watched it. I don't think I've watched any of the episodes of We Like Big Bots. Like, I was there. It's fine. I trust Daryl edited it well and made me look good.
But yeah, Daryl and Dr. Pants, they go through their collections of big bots. They both have very big collections with lots of big bots. So they can talk about it. Yeah, you can see right there. Let's preview. We should zoom that in. Ooh, this is harder than it looks. There it is. There we go.
Yeah, they have different angles, all different angles.
Did it, guys.
There's this. Oh wait, this, not this. This is something different.
But yeah, lots of big bots from Daryl and Dr. Pants. And we've got 12 episodes right now on our Patreon page. Everyone has access to that. You guys did record 2 more episodes, but Daryl's dragging his feet there.
I was gonna say it's in God's hands now, or Daryl's, whatever you want to call it. It's recorded. That's all that matters. I did my thing.
Yep. Of course, we've also got bonus content from our Transformers Live Play RPG podcast, Empire of Rust. This week is the bonus uncut version of episode 116, A Yukaran Tale. That is available right now for all the Donatreons. And the regular version of that episode 116 will be out next week on June 3rd. So if you are a Donatron, you're getting it a week early with lots of content that's cut out of the final edit. So look forward to that.
Is that a play on an American Tale, like the old Mouse movie?
I believe so. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
Good. I don't have confirmation from Mike from that, but that's my guess.
Based on the rest of his titles, I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah. So, check that out. Of course, if you just want to subscribe to the Empire of Rust podcast, you can go to transmissionspodcast.com/Rust and, check out season 3 of Empire of Rust, which has been going since March. We've also got got the Transformers #1 special comic that we commissioned from Skybound for Transformers #1. It's got artwork by the awesome EJ Sue. We commissioned that cover for that last fall, and we are still selling it online on our website at transmissionspodcast.com/comic. So you can check that out and order as many as you like. Of course, today we had this last week, we got a surprise because Daryl, who's not here tonight, but I do want to give him a shout out. He sent a package to one of our fellow Transformers media content producers, Thu. If you're familiar with Thu, who does he does a YouTube show and shows off lots of cool toys, and he has a show. It's called. Let me make sure I get it right. It's called Damn It Open. So you can check out that YouTube show, Damn It Open. And he opens stuff that people send him. And Daryl sent him our comic, and Thu opened it. So, and gave us a nice little shout out. You can see, you can put our URL on the screen, said, check it out. Gave us talked about it for a good couple of minutes on that episode. So we'll have a link in the show notes if you've missed it, but check that out. It's really cool seeing Thu, talk about our comic and appreciate it. And thanks to Daryl for sending it to him. Daryl, next time, don't send the really old business cards with the comic. So we got roasted a little bit for still having Google Plus on our business card, but it was still fun. It was awesome. Thu's a great guy, and it's great to, he's a great guy in the fandom. He's been doing lots of stuff for a long time. He's been on some of the Hasbro Plus streams as well, hosting the HasCon, I think he hosted the pre-show a couple years ago, and then hosted the main show last year. So
yeah, he was also the one who got to announce the Deathsaurus HasLab.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
he is a wonderful, positive ball of energy. And his reviews are a lot of fun. I think there has to be a collab between Transmissions and Thu at some point. Let's get him on the show. Right, Thu, if you're listening, please come on the show. We love you.
I mean, we'll make the invitation. He might be too big for us, but we'll make the invitation, and hopefully he'll accept. So we'll see what we can do there.
John Paul Beauvais is a regular guest on this show. I'm sure we're fine, right? He's big. He's an artist.
He's awesome. Yeah, and I think we got in on the ground floor because we had him on really early in our career. So he was still a little bit smaller at the time. So we became real friends, and then he couldn't ignore us anymore. So we got big. But Yeah, so I got to reach out to JP too and get him back on the show. It's always a fun time having him.
Oh my
on.
God, he's great.
All right, and last thing, of course, we've still got our promo code for toyhacks.com. You can save 50% off all your purchases at toyhacks.com with our code MATRIX. That's MAYTRIX. That code will be good for just a couple more days through the end of May, so good until this Friday. We'll have a new code. We'll announce that on the show next week. I'm not quite sure what the code will be for June, but there will be a code. Don't worry. But yeah, right now, you can still use that code MATRIX for 15% off at toyhacks.com. All your purchases, use it as many times as you like. Cannot be combined with any other promo codes, but you can use it with your RoboPoints. So take advantage. All right, so let's continue on and get into the show with some quick hits.
All right, so first up in quick hits, we have GameStop CandyCon X Transformers custom controller kits. We have official images and pre-orders. So if you're a gamer, these are customizable kits for CandyCon controllers, only available at GameStop. And these are Transformers themed. There are 4 kits up for pre-order. There is a Devastator, which, I mean, it looks like Devastator's chest with a couple of other like cool designs on it. I really like it. There's a Hot Rod. There is also a Jazz. And this is the least surprising one of all, a Soundwave. And honestly, before I opened this, when I saw that there were 4 of them, I would have assumed Optimus Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, Starscream, or Soundwave. We got the Soundwave, but I'm really surprised it was Devastator, Hot Rod, and Jazz. Jazz getting some recognition. Thank goodness. Like, man, oh man. So what these are is it's a faceplate, 2 controllers, or 2 control sticks, and a D-pad. Now, you have to have the actual base CandyCon unit, which is sold separately. This does not come with it. The CandyCon controller is about $34.99, about $35, and these kits are about somewhere between $15 and $20 a piece. And the controller is just really customizable. You can buy a bunch of different plates and swap them out as you want. These are currently up for pre-order. The CandyCon controllers are up to purchase as is, and these controllers do work with Switch and PC. They are Bluetooth controllers that will work with officially Switch and PC. These are really cool, and as much of a Soundwave person as I am, I kind of want to get that Hot Rod one. That looks really cool, and the box art looks great too. So this is some 40th anniversary stuff I can really get behind, but I am really digging on that. They are really cool.
Yeah, these are nice. Although I do like just to complain a little bit about the price here. So this is like for both the shell and the customizable piece. You're looking at it like $60, which is the price of an actual controller itself. And then do you still need the electronics, or does the base thing come?
The base thing is a controller.
Okay, all right.
So you're spending $35 for the base unit controller, and then you're spending about $15 for a shell, which is about $50. And honestly, like, it's still a wireless Bluetooth controller. So
yeah, that makes more sense. So that I thought it was like on top of having to like shell out for take your existing controller and rip the cover off and put the Candy Crush controller on top of it.
No. I looked it up. The CandyCon controller itself is very basic, and like there's nothing on it. I actually don't think it comes with a D-pad and control sticks. So I think you have to buy like a specific faceplate kit for it.
Okay.
But again, you're spending a total of maybe $50 for a controller, which honestly is a steal nowadays for controllers because they're expensive. But I could always use a cool controller, so I might pick up that Hot Rod one. That is pretty sexy.
And I think I just said Candy Crush, cementing the fact that I'm an old man who confuses things. So sorry about that. It has nothing to do with Candy Crush. All All right. Moving on to our next topic in the toy show, where we're not talking about anything to do with toys for the first couple of topics. We've got necklaces. So these are Transformers necklaces. This is from Hot Topic. Sales one Transformers, Optimus Prime, and Bumblebee best friend necklaces. So you have a best friend. You keep the Bumblebee and you give them the Optimus Prime. Tell them, we'll ask them, will they be the Optimus Prime to your Bumblebee? Or the other way around, will they be the Bumblebee to your Optimus Prime? And you can have these matching necklaces. And they're articulated. The arms and legs move on the necklaces. They don't transform, but the arms and legs do move on these necklaces. So yeah, look, see, there you go. You can pose them and little action poses there. So. We've also got some other necklaces. Here's looks like a Starscream in jet mode with a Decepticon symbol there. That's pretty cool. And we've got earrings, Megatron, Starscream, and Decepticon symbol earrings. These are stud earrings. If you're curious, my ears are not pierced, so I could not wear these. My wife probably would refuse to wear these. So, but take a look if you're interested.
It's although also, I'm pretty sure that's a Cyberverse design too for Megatron and Starscream.
Yeah, it does look that way. Yeah. I think these don't hold a candle to the like the custom made ones that people like real people sell at TF cons at the at the art where the people who are actually making custom art with pouring their love of Transformers into their artwork.
Oh yeah.
So if you can get to TF con, you can find really cool stuff there. But if a Hot Topic is closer, you can check these things out.
With the death of malls, it might be easier to get stuff from TFCon. Next up, we have some gray prototype images of Magnificent Mecha's MM02A and MM02B. This is Optimus Prime as he appeared in Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon. I'm trying to look and see what... these are Masterpiece scaled versions of Optimus Prime for movies 2 and 3 of the Bayverse. And honestly, I don't know what the difference is between these two designs, but they do look really, really cool. And in all honesty, I mean, the only Masterpiece Optimus Prime from these series we've gotten was the official Masterpiece. I'm pretty sure that was specifically the 07 version. So these are looking really, really cool. They look very, very accurate to the way he appeared in the movie, and it does fully transform into that, trailer truck. I don't know who Magnificent Mecha is. I think there was an announcement a couple weeks ago for something else they were working on, but we'll have to just wait and see how these turn out. But hey, this looks cool. And in all honesty, I mean, more people putting out movie Masterpiece figures isn't a bad thing, because there's plenty of characters that need to be represented, and it's not like Hasbro and Takara are pumping them out super quick. And, the abs are armored. Oh, okay. Thank you. DJ Ronan posted that, and now I can see that there is a difference in the abs there. So thank you for that. But again, these look really, really cool. And as old and curmudgeonly as I can be about the Bay movies, like, let's face it, there's a lot of people who really like these designs, and they're going to shell out the money for this. Heck, I might even shell it out because this design has grown on me over the years. But we'll just have to wait and see. But these are looking pretty cool. Something to keep your eye out for.
All right. Next up, we've got some images of the core class Bumblebee movie Starscream. So this is a version of Starscream from the Bumblebee movie as a Tetrajet. I don't remember if there were Seekers in the beginning of the Bumblebee movie, but I don't think Starscream was there. They had other different colored Seekers.
No, I think he's there. I think he's one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to go back and watch. I don't remember, but this one is a core class, so it's a tiny figure. They used to call him Legend Scale. They don't call him that anymore, but he's retailing for $9.99. He's got a little gun, no arm cannons though. chest looks a little weird, but and the Tetrajet mode is also a little, but it's a core class figure. I mean,
I'm kind of impressed because the Voyager one was really complicated and really cool, and for a core class, this doesn't look bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I kind of like that Starscream design, so I might grab that. Who knows? Next up, we got stuff from Dr. Wu. Woo! We have color sketches of a cliff jumper and Shockwave here called Leap and Pulse Gun, and I'm pretty sure you can figure out which one is which here. Dr. Wu, of course, does not make Legend scale. They make Micromaster scale. And this cliff jumper and this Shockwave look like Shockwave and cliff jumper, and they transform into exactly what you'd imagine them to. There's also a version of cliff jumper that is hubcap, and a version of Shockwave that is the Astro Magnum, or is it Galactic Man or something? It's the gray one.
Yeah.
Shockwave. Shockwave.
Yeah. I think it's Galactic Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I had as a kid. I did not have the official Transformers one.
I found one years ago and actually bought it not knowing what it was. This was like 20 years ago, and that's how I learned. And there's also I want to say there's toy accurate ones than toon accurate ones, because there's a Shockwave that's a little bit lighter purple, kind of the lavender like he was in the show, and a darker one like the toy, and cliff jumper with black windows and cliff jumper with blue windows. So there's lots of choices, and this Dr. Wu stuff is fantastic. It's reasonably priced, and it's so tiny. It goes perfect with the Titan figures, and I'm really impressed by this stuff. It's just so cool, and I can't wait to see these in hand. Despite my love of big bots, I can appreciate a well done tiny bot.
Yeah, these are pretty impressive.
Yeah,
and the cliff jumper comes with his little rocket launcher sniper rifle thing
that he uses once, right? Isn't it in one of the first 3 episodes? I think.
Yeah, it's the very first episode, I believe, when they're like, Optimus says, hey, go, you find the Decepticons, just find them, don't fight them, just find them. And Clifton's like, I got Megatron right in my sights, and then he misses.
Yeah, see, this is why you listen to Optimus. He knows.
Yep,
he knows. But then, speaking of tiny stuff, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We have prototype images of Newage H63 Gorgo, who is Slag or Slug. I'm pretty sure he's officially Slug now forever. But more Newage Dinobots, and let's face it, these things are basically like mini masterpieces in how articulated they are and just how cool they look. This is so toon accurate. It looks great. I love Dinobots. Well, he can splay out as a Triceratops. It's so cool looking. I do have one complaint though, and Charles, I mean, you're more familiar with G1 representation than I am anymore. Is it me, or when he's in robot mode, does the Triceratops hood behind him look really tall?
Yeah, it does look a little bit high. That's a little bit
okay.
High. Yeah.
Because the rest of it looks great, but I'm looking at that, I'm like, that's really, really tall.
Yeah.
But you know what?
That's probably just to make the proportions work in dinosaur mode at this scale.
Right, because the dinosaur mode looks fantastic. I mean, the robot mode still looks fantastic. I don't necessarily mind this. Also, for a Legend scale figure, this is still pretty big, because I think it says at the top that it's 13.5 centimeters, which I want to say is still 6-ish inches, and that's pretty big for a Legend scale figure. Of course, the Dinobots are big, so it should be big, but
it's about maybe 5 inches, because a foot. So we're without Daryl and Jeremy with the tape measures, but I know a foot is. Oh, okay, all right, go ahead.
I got this. Why is it backwards? It's about 5.5 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah. About 5.5 inches, which, I mean, that's a decent sized deluxe figure.
But they're in proportion with the other Legend scales figures here. I mean, you can see here with Ratchet and Wheeljack there, he looks, the Dinobots are supposed to be bigger than all the other Autobots, and you can see he looks beefier there. He looks in proportion with the other Autobots.
Right.
And this is a nice recreating the 86 movie scene where he crushes the Quintesson prosecutor.
Excuse me. It's cool because I think the last time I was on, we had the Sludge figure, and of course he came with the eyes popping out of the head and everything. So it's cool that they're really like taking in this kind of stuff. But I mean, despite the head thing, it does look really proportional. Dinosaur mode and the robot mode still looks really cool. And he comes with all kinds of accessories. My only complaint though with the accessories is where's the sword? Don't all the Dinobots have a sword?
Yeah, they should. Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird. I do like the cool triangular energy burst thing with his 3 horns that it comes with, though. That effect part's really cool.
Yep. Okay, next up, we've got some images of the upcoming Legends series. It's not Legend. It's, what is it? Legacy, not Legends. Legacy.
Legacy. There you go.
The United Legacy Lockdown. So this is one of the Star Raiders, aka the Transformer Pirates. Lockdown is a repaint of Axle Grease, the Junkion Axle Grease, with a new head. And here you can see a comparison of this the new Lockdown with the this is a movie figure Lockdown from, I forget which, I think it's Revenge of the Fallen.
I think it's Revenge of the Fallen. A lot of that stuff was going on then.
Yeah, so you can see the taller and thinner one is the Revenge of the Fallen version, and then the shorter one is the Axle Grease, the Legacy United Axle Grease repaint. So you can see there that the Legacy United figure in car mode there. Then by itself, here's a little bit more close-ups of the Lockdown figure here. So yeah, very much. So this is more in the style of the design. I guess, I mean, I don't remember which design came first, but I remember this Lockdown design being used in the Drift miniseries that was drawn by Alex Milne in IDW. So that's kind of the only place we really saw Lockdown outside of the Transformers animated show. So this is very much not the kind of really thin and stylized Lockdown that we got from animated, but more a little stockier Lockdown version. But I do like that since they use the Junkion as a base mold, he does like do all the parts forming where all his arms and legs come off and can be reconfigured, and he still transforms. So it's a cool figure.
Those Junkion figures are fantastic. And honestly, I missed out on Axle Grease, so I might pick up the Lockdown just to kind of fill in the spot because I'm kind of digging that color scheme too. That black and green with a little bit of red. It's nice.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right, next up, Super 7, new reaction figure. Well, not necessarily new. It's a repaint of one that's already out. This is the Unicron figure they did, but now it is in the prototype version when that figure was shown off originally. Like, look at what we're working on, and it's prototype colors, which means instead of being all blue and kind of orangish yellow, the arms are green, the legs are kind of more gray. The head has a lot of green to it also, but this is a Super 7 figure. This is designed to look like the G1 toy Unicron that we never got. It's 15.24 centimeters, which I'll get out my trusty ruler, which is about 6 inches tall. So it's bigger than a typical reaction figure. The arms do move, but other than that, it is not very posable. But I mean, it's really cool to kind of be able to get like a piece of Transformers history because there's a whole big history with Unicron and like the figures it was supposed to get that we never got. And this one was shown, but we never got it released. So it's kind of cool that there is a way to get this like G1 Unicron representation from 86. But that is, yeah. So there you go. If you want that prototype Unicron, you can now.
And next up, we have got a stainless steel Megatron helmet, and this is from Castum, and this is a Japanese casting manufacturer. They're making this 40th anniversary G1 Megatron stainless steel helmet. So if you really want to be Megatron for Halloween, you can get this helmet and live out that fantasy. It looks pretty authentic. I mean, you could also maybe pretend to be Destro too. I mean, that's the same kind of similar metal head design. It looks really cool. I think this looks like it's the real thing. The other pictures look to be renders, but this looks like the real thing here. So this is already up for pre-order. It started up for pre-order last week, and you can get this in Osaka. You can get this from the Japanese company, and for the low price of 165,000 yen.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Which is about $1,056. So,
that's still better than 100 and some thousand.
Yeah.
By the way, Destro, Megatron, Destron? Which wasn't that the Japanese name for Decepticons?
Yes, it was.
Huh. Did I discover something, or did everyone else already know this?
I mean, I have no idea what hey, the Japanese show and everything debuted a year after that came here, so everything is floating around. I mean, the G.I. Joe was a year before Transformers. So G.I. Joe was 83, Transformers was 84, Transformers Japan was 85 when they rebranded all the Takaras, all the Diaclone stuff to Transformers in Japan in 85. So it's very possible that Destro and Decepticons were floating around, and whoever was responsible for taking the G1 stuff and translating it back into Japan was like, oh, Decepticons kind of doesn't really sound good in Japanese. We need something shorter. And they saw, well, Destro, and maybe they were. I mean, I'm spitballing here. I have no idea if this is true, but the timeline does work out.
Let's get Chris McFeely on this. I'm sure he can figure it out.
Yeah. The basics on Destrons. Where did that name come from?
There you go.
So.
I wish it had a little more detail to it, because it's like really well sculpted, but man, it's really plain looking. Yeah, I don't know what else you would do. It's Megatron's head, and it is plain, but like, I don't know.
I mean, you could do a comic variant and make the helmet black and then the face silver. So
yeah, there you
go. That's a deep cut for all the comics readers.
Okay, next up we have, surprisingly, a Warpath repaint. We haven't gotten one yet of Kingdom Warpath, but this is Transformers Legacy United Generation Selects Treads, which is based on an old eHobby G1 Warpath redeco from 2003, where they took a bunch of the mini-bots and redecoed them. And I think they were supposed to be redecoed to be like GoBots. Was there some kind of tie there? Charles, do you know?
Possibly. I'm not sure about that.
I know that this is that same set is where we got things like Road Ranger and Puffer and Bug Bite. So
well, yeah. So I know Bug Bite for sure is a GoBot. So maybe that whole line is that. And we have another one coming up. So
this is true.
Yeah.
But this is basically Warpath done in green, and he is a Decepticon. There's not much else to say about it. Honestly, I love that Warpath figure, and I'm really glad it's getting second life. And again, we've already gotten a couple of those eHobby mini-bot recolors as Road Ranger, Puffer, and Bug Bite. So if you're looking to kind of get all those, here's another one to throw in there, and plus another one. And it looks like the chat confirmed it for us that, yes, it is in fact a GoBot reference. So I remember something. But again, this Warpath figure is really, really, really cool. And like, if you missed out on it, here's your chance to get it. It's a fun figure to mess with. I absolutely love it.
And speaking of GoBot references, it looks like there will be another Generation Selects GoBot reference. This is Smallfoot, and this is a repaint of Legacy Deluxe Gears, and this is also inspired by an eHobby G1 Gears redeco from 2003. And this is a female Transformer / GoBot. So it looks like this is going to be a continuing theme in the Generation Selects line. So probably this will also be available on Hasbro Pulse whenever it is announced. But so it's orange colored gears with a different face called
Pink face.
Smallfoot.
Yeah.
Pink face called Smallfoot.
I think that means then that we're missing, there is a blue UFO that might be Pathfinder, maybe? That's a Cosmos repaint. And I think there's a Power Glide repaint, but we haven't gotten a new Power Glide yet. Maybe we will. Just to finish out those eHobby bots, but that's cool. That's cool.
Yep.
Next, the Transformers Legacy United Versus multi-pack. We have some in-hand images of this. This includes a Cyberverse version of Tarn. So it is the Legacy Evolution Tarn, redone in the colors from the Cyberverse show. It does come with... This one comes with the sword that Bludgeon did. So it's a little combo of Bludgeon and Tarn there with a repaint. It comes with G1 Squeeze Play. Another one of the... Headmaster Juniors from the Decepticon side, because we got Fangry in another pack, but now we got Squeeze Play. Here's hoping for Horrible at some point. The Squeeze Play is actually a Titan's Return Mind Wipe retool, but it comes with Master Force Browning as a gun. So that is kind of a cool, like, deep cut from the Transformers Master Force show when Browning was given to Cancer, the Japanese Squeeze Play, as a companion. So that is really, really cool there. We have Transformers Prime Cliff Jumper, who is a retool of Legacy United Chase. And, of course, it looks really, really cool. Prime Cliff Jumper, a great character who was there for, 1.5 episodes?
Yeah. Voiced by The Rock.
Voiced by The Rock, which surprising.
I think it was only one episode. I think he died did he die in the first? I think he died.
He died in the first episode and came back as a zombie.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't think he was voiced by The Rock when he came back as a zombie.
I don't know. I won't lie. I've watched very little Transformers Prime, surprisingly.
Oh, you should.
Yeah. I know. I should get on that. It's on my list of things to watch. But this figure looks really cool. I wasn't big on the Chase from Rescue Bots, but this does look really, really cool, and I'm kind of interested in it. And then lastly, we have Beast Wars Tarantulas, which this is a retool of the Kingdom or Legacy Tarantulas or Kingdom Tarantulas. I'm not sure which one's which. I thought Tarantulas was a Legacy figure. But anyway... this is based on the prototype version that was shown off. So this isn't like a box art version. This isn't like, toy version. This is a prototype version. So he's orange and neon green and purple and does not look like what you imagine tarantulas to look like. But I get the feeling it would fit really well next to the multi-pack Black Arachnia that came out that was like leopard print and neon purple and neon green. I feel like they would work really, really well together. But a lot of cool figures in this multi-pack. So if you're looking for this, keep your eyes open. Personally, I really just want the Squeeze Play because I love the Headmaster and Master Force stuff. So hopefully I can get a hold of that, and I might hang on to the Cliff Jumper, and then I'll give the Tarn and the Tarantulas out to anybody who wants it. But this is still looking cool. I like what they're doing with these figures. Never would guess Squeeze Play was a Mind Wipe retool. That's weird.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I feel for any collectors who are really into the Headmaster Juniors and got to shell out. Maybe this is you got to shell out for these entire packs, and you only really want one figure. I mean, I feel that pain when I looked for that gold bug that was in that other multi pack.
Yep.
And then yeah.
Well, And that was another one too, is like I love the deluxe Insecticons, and they're putting those in multi-packs.
Yeah.
Now, thankfully, the one multi-pack for them is literally 2 deluxe Insecticons, so I'm okay. But because Ransack was in a multi-pack, and yeah, Fangry was in a multi-pack.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't need a repaint of Optimus Primal or Black Arachnia, and I'm pretty sure there was a Bumblebee in that, and I sold it to DJ Ronan, who wanted it. But yeah, it's stop putting these really, really cool single characters in multi-packs. It should just be repaints.
Yep.
Jerks.
Okay, last we're gonna end on a high note. We've got another Studio Series 86 2-pack. This is Brawn and Ratchet, but they're dying or dying or dead, screaming in agony. These are so this is similar to the I believe it was the Ironhide and Prowl 2-pack that was released last year as the you know tragedy on the shuttle 2-pack. We've got so to round out the you know the 4 characters who met their end at the beginning of the 86 movie. This is Brawn and Ratchet. They come complete with blast effects to round out that, you know, you can show exactly where they're getting hit in the chest and in the shoulder. I always wondered how Brawn could take a shoulder wound and that would be fatal. They don't really give you any explanation here, but you can just recreate that scene. You can see he's got a big hole in his shoulder there.
My shoulder, my one weakness. How did you know?
Ratchet, it's a little more understandable. I mean, Ratchet is actually, I think this is the exact same mold of the wound that Ironhide gets. So they didn't even bother to change the battle damage from Ironhide and Ratchet. So they're always sharing a mold.
In all fairness, though, I think that's more akin to the damage Ratchet actually takes in the movie, because I'm pretty sure he does get blasted in the chest like that. Ironhide, I'm pretty sure, had his face blown off, and they're not going to make a figure out of that.
Yeah. But they did, like, that one scene, like, right before they both get, I remember specifically both, I think Ratchet gets shot, like, in the nipples in that scene. He gets shot, like, right here and right here. But they don't recreate that. Here's some more detailed pictures here. So you can see the whole blast effects here. Yeah, this is pretty. You can see the heads. Like, look, the expressions on the faces. This is. I mean, I'm glad I'm an adult, so I'm not being re-traumatized here.
Like, this is only for adults. No one is buying. Hey, look, Timmy, we got your favorite character, Brawn, and he's dead.
Yeah, the vehicle mode looks fine, but yeah, this is weird. But yeah, but I guess, you know, they already did the Ironhide and Prowl, so I guess you got to complete the set here. So there you go.
And the Ironhide and Prowl, I think, were actually Target exclusives, but this one doesn't look like it's an exclusive because it was
I don't know if it looks like the packaging looks pretty generic here, but it doesn't say they're going to be a Target exclusive, so it looks like you just might be able to get these anywhere.
Okay, great. I just how long until we get the Ultra Magnus? It's basically like a Junkion, and the arms and legs can pop off. Like, when do we get that? We already got the cup.
I mean, well, anything's possible.
And
so I just DJ Ronan says he's looking for the Studio Series 86 Megatron that comes with such heroic nonsense head for Ironhide. So. You know, DJ Rowan is the Decepticon, so you know he's loving.
Oh, I know.
He's thirsting on the Autobot tears here. So
That's okay.
yes,
we love all Transformers here: Autobots, Decepticons, and everything in between.
Yep. All right. Well, that is all our toys for lots of quick hits this week. So let's move on and jump right in to our trips to the store.
The Transmissions Podcast will return after these messages.
And Trips to the Store is powered by our friends at TeePublic. You can check out all our merchandise at our TeePublic store at transmissionspodcast.com/TeePublic. I've got my bad guy shirt on tonight. This was designed by Daryl, and artwork was done by our friend of the show, K-Girl. And you can see the design right here on our store. There's lots of other shirts, lots of other shirt designs. Of course, you can buy anything from TeePublic through our link, and that still helps out the show. So you don't even have to buy Transmission shirts. You can just buy anything. But make sure you go to transmissionspodcast.com/TeePublic, and that's where you can get everything. So let's show off the stuff we got. I'm going to go first because I only got one thing, and I know Dr. Pants, it's been a while, so there's lots more stuff for him to show off. I do have. I'm a little bit embarrassed. Maybe embarrassed is not the word. I guess they got me again. We talked last week about the Hot Wheels Optimus Prime. We complained a little bit about the price. We said it looked cool, but it seemed like it was going to be really difficult to get. I just happened to be online on last Tuesday. The website went live. It didn't immediately sell out, and I was like, well, yeah, I pulled the trigger. I picked it up. I got the and it came so quickly. It came on Saturday. I ordered on Tuesday. It came on Saturday. So this is the Optimus Prime Hot Wheels, and there it is.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, so it's very shiny. The die cast. I don't know if it comes across there.
Oh, it does. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Are you gonna open it?
I'm debating. I'm debating if I should. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I know we do have lots of other I'm not even really a big Hot Wheels collector, so I'm wondering if I should maybe sell this to a more deserving Transformers and Hot Wheels fan.
I think DJ Ronan's looking at it a little
bit. Yeah, pause it screen.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, I'm on the fence here, but it does look really cool. And I was really surprised. I was really surprised it was shipped out so quickly. So maybe that means they're good. Yeah,
I was gonna say that's really impressive, but
yeah, maybe that means they'll make more. Like this was maybe this was like a first test run, and they're like, okay, demand is there. Let's pump them out. So I mean, I hope that means more people can get access to it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, Scott, it's up to you. What do you got?
So actually, it hasn't been that long since I was last on, and I haven't gotten too much, but there's a couple of things I've gotten and a couple of things I've never shared before. And one thing I'm going to share is I realized from TFCon last year, I have a piece of art I didn't share, and this is from Alex Milne. This is actually an original piece of art from Alex Milne from one of his hot motor oil books. It is not one of the super spicy images, but I still wanted to share that, we've got this. So I got this mostly because I think it's hilarious, and I love those hot motor oil books. They're great. But this is Windblade coming up behind Brawl and the cannon going off, and yeah, that's really funny. I really like that image. Alex does great work too, so can't complain too much about that. Next up, I we all know I am a big Soundwave fan, and Soundwave had a wonderful design in the Earthspark show, but his toy was we got one, and I picked it up, and it's this little one-step changer Soundwave. He has no posability whatsoever, but he does do this. If you click the chest, he just instantly transforms into the stealth jet.
Oh, that's cool.
It is cool, and it's super fun to play with. Like, you just pull the wings down, he's back to robot mode, push the chest, and flip. Like, it was a fun little toy, and in all honesty, it's still a good representation of that Soundwave. Like, he's still big and scary looking with spikes everywhere, and plus I can just keep doing this and just flip it back and forth. It's like, whew. So, that is fun. That is fun. I've already sang the praises of the Infernac Universe figures, and I got Magnius. I don't think I showed him off before, but if I did, whoops. But yeah, I got Magnius. I love the Infernac Universe figures. These feel really solid. They have that cool like armorizer gimmick going on, but they can still transform without breaking apart. And honestly, it's a little bit the rock design and the texturing that makes them feel really cool. There's a lot of really cool detail in there. And yeah, I'm loving these figures. I am all in for these. And also, it would not be a trip to the store without a big bot. Now, this isn't super big, but it is still a bigger bot. This is Studio Series 86, Snarl.
Ah, nice.
Yes, so I am all caught up on Dinobots, and Swoop is pre-ordered, so I will have them all. But honestly, this figure is really, really cool. I love the transformation going on in this. The legs are really cool. Charles, did you get one of these?
I did not. I picked one up for Jeremy and sent it to him. So.
Okay. It is still a very cool figure. My only complaint is why does the tail point straight down to the floor? Like, he can still stand. It's fine, but it looks a little awkward.
That's not a tail.
Also, why is he the only Dinobot that comes with a sword and not a gun? What are we doing? You're killing me, Hasbro. You're killing me.
They're going to release like a Generation Selects accessory pack with all the missing Dinobot weapons.
And you know what? They'll get me. I'll buy it because I have to have it all. But darn you, Hasbro. But that is all I have for this week. I know the next time I am on, I will definitely have more to show off. So, but that's it for now.
Well, that's it for Trips to the Store. So let's move on with the rest of the show.
We now return to the Transmissions Podcast.
Okay, well, that's it for this episode of Transmissions. We don't have any feedback or convention news this week. And Jeremy and Daryl are not here to give us any commentary, although somehow Daryl manages to watch the show live and comment in the comment section, but he couldn't be bothered to be on the show. So I don't know. Send your complaints to Daryl at transmissionspodcast.com.
Yes.
And well, Dr. Pants, thank you again for hanging out with us, or with me, I should say, this week. We will be back for alt mode in a couple of days, where we will review Cobra Commander #5. Maybe that's why Daryl's not here. He didn't want to hang out for that.
He doesn't want to hang out for that or the video game talk when you and I chat video games. So you know. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find your stuff online?
You can find me at Nerdstradamus. There is a link tree in the show notes that you can check out, but our main outlet is, of course, YouTube, where my friends and I do a bunch of nerdy, funny videos, mostly about video games. We do some music videos and stuff like that. We stream on occasion. It's been a little while, but we should be back to streaming, not this Friday, but probably next Friday. So keep checking that. And if you're in the Transmissions Discord, I do post in the video game tabs when we stream. So you can come check us out and have fun and join us.
Awesome. All right. Of course, at the end of every episode, we give a shout out to our masterpiece donatrons. These are the folks who continue to support the podcast at our highest level on Patreon, and that's why they deserve a mention in every episode. So thank you once again to John Forex Levengood, Demon Tech 82, and Steve C. You guys are awesome. We really appreciate the support. Thank you for continuing to trust us with your contributions and help us keep this crazy thing going that we've been doing for over 10 years. And that's it for this episode of Transmissions. Thanks, everyone, for watching and listening. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.